Welcome back, dear viewers. We've joined here in the series of Hala Kuwait with our special guest, Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. So, of course, we were talking about giving back to the community, and we'd like to know more about the concept of giving. Can you tell us, please?
Well, that's a big word, giving, and it has a lot of philosophical and art piece into it. But the giving that is basically transferring of a possession, something I own, to someone else. That's the academic or the book definition. But giving is not basically only giving money, because people always associate giving with having wealth to give. Giving, it can be even a smile, and giving is innate in us. It's a human nature is to give, because when you give, you feel joy, you feel pleasure, you feel good. So giving is, and it's an ancient thing. It's been there for a long time.
Of course, I think it's very important to give back to the community or to the people in whatever way possible. As you mentioned, having just a smile on your face can uplift someone's spirit.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people might even ask, like, why do we give? Why do we give back? So why is it important to give back? Can you tell us, please?
Well, as I said, it brings joy to life. And if I can give you a story of Simon Sinek, one day he was walking on the street, and in front of him, a person, his bag fell down and all his paper went on the floor. So without thinking, he just kneeled and started collecting the paper for this person who he doesn't know. So he gave it, and he felt a surge of oxytocin. He felt really good because he was, he got, thank
to help
you.
someone.
Yeah, and he was able to help somebody. And while he was walking on the road, he stopped on the traffic light to cross. One person, a complete stranger, just told him, I saw what you did out there. It's really cool of you. I really appreciate it. So it's not that the giver feels good, not only the taker feels good, even the observer, a person who observes somebody giving somebody, feels good.
Yes, that is very true. Whenever you see something nice or you see someone doing good, you actually feel happy, you feel joyous. So this is very important. So giving is not only something that you do for someone else, but for the people all around you. I think this is very important.
Absolutely. It's good for connection, it's good for long-term relationship, it's good for success if you are giving. They say all the C-level people or all the top CEOs in successful organizations, they have the character of giving. So they find the potential in their people, they're always giving, they're always developing, and that's what makes people successful when they start giving. Like Vi, for example, she will be successful one day.
Of
Just
course,
wait
I can
and see.
totally see that,
Yes,
of course, because
yes.
she started at a very young age.
Absolutely.
And she started giving, and she was committed to this cause. And even that she's at the university now studying, it's very hard to have this balance of managing time, and I think she's still doing it. I think that's very important.
I tell you, Fatma, you get hooked to it. Once you start giving, you get hooked to it, and it becomes like, something that you need to do.
Of course, and there's also different types of giving. So what are the different types of giving?
Yeah, there are many types of giving, and as we said, but I'd like to categorize them in two: giving yourself, because giving yourself is very important, and giving others. And by others, I don't mean only human, even animals, even the planet, or even the plants. We have to give back to them, and giving to yourself is a vacation. Some people are working, they fail to give themselves rest or sleep, or exercising for your physiques, for your body, being mindful, giving time for your loved ones. Time is very precious. So when you are with your loved one, with your mom or with your dad, or with your spouse or with your children, you must give them full attention of time. That's part of giving. And giving to others, of course. There are so many means of giving, but I see that giving compassion, being empathizing with others, giving peace, giving a space for others to flourish and to be what they want to be, to blossom. This is very generous giving, because sometimes as parents we tend to be very controlling, and because we're worried, but this is not good for the child. Instead of giving them a space to find their own voice and help them, you know, encourage them to have that, to own that voice and to succeed. So yeah, it's a lot, but the final one is financial support, is when you support somebody financially. But our focus, we tend to see only financial support is the main thing. But there are other ways. There are many ways of giving, as we mentioned.
So what you mentioned earlier is very important. I think a lot of people might connect giving by giving only money.
Yes.
So how can we be givers by giving back to nature, to the plants, to animals, to humans? How can we be givers?
We just have to be giver. We have to give. I mean, you know, look, we have people like, you know, Dr. Abdurrahman Smith, like Mother Teresa. You know, these people, Ahmed Ghabazard, they dedicate their life for the cause. So giving gives you meaning to life. And that's really important, because, you know, it makes you joyful, and when you are joyful, you will produce better results, and you will be a better citizen when you are joyful. So just give and start giving. And it doesn't have to be big. You know, sometimes we tell, you know, families to get the children to get to know, because in Eid we do that, you know, we exchange money, we give the kids money and stuff, but we don't tell them what's behind it. Sometimes they ask, why are they giving me money? Everywhere I go, they give me money. Why? You know, little children, they're wondering. So it's good to show them, or to let them participate. For example, if they give for every month 1 KD, they put it into you know, a box, and then at the end of the month they collect it and give it to you know, a charity. So they feel that, you know, they are contributing, and they are programmed, you know, month by month to give even little. But
so it becomes a habit for them, of course. So as soon as they get older, they start giving more, whether it is money, whether it is by efforts.
Absolutely, and time, effort, absolutely, and they will get hooked to it. It's like because of the oxytocin we talked about. It's the love, it's the connection, it's the good feel hormone. So you get all that by you know, charity or volunteering or giving good deeds. It is simple to make people good, feel good, you know, and it's not a big deal to make people feel good, you know. It's easy to make it.
I think that's a very important point. And what other advice would you share to our audience who are watching about giving and giving back to the community, whatever way is possible?
Yes. I would like to talk about a research that's done by Dr. Grant, and he examined 400 people, and they saw that they categorized people as takers, matchers, or givers. And the takers are the self-centered, they're the you know...
the narcissistic.
Yes, they feel entitled that they just take, and they're not supposed to give. You know, they live the worst life. The takers, they always take it, and they never think of giving. They think everything is for them to take. The second is the matchers, which are, most of the people are matchers. The matchers are the people who are, you know, because you invited me, I invite you. Because how much the gift she got me, I have to give her the same gift. Or
so as much as they take, they give back.
Yes, it has to be very equal. And that's, again, not good. The best, of course, the giving where, you know, unconditionally, or without any expectations. And when you give without any expectations, it has a bigger impact, positive impact on the giver and the receiver and whoever is witnessing, as we mentioned. it is kind of paradoxically really, giving, because see, when you give with the intention of, oh, I have to give, like Eid comes or something comes or
Like
certain
an
occasion,
obligation.
yeah, and you say, oh, it's obligation, you don't get the same impact of giving. And then, or another one who says, oh, what's in it for me? Okay, I give her this to give me that. And that's
Like it's a bargain for them.
again, and this is not good. And the best one is to give without expecting anything in return, and that's really, really, it makes you very close to God and the Creator. And the fourth paradox is the fact that when you give the people who are nearer or closer to you, like relatives, it has even a greater impact, positive impact, of course.
Of course.
So it's really, so be giver, just give, and practice giving. Give.
Don't expect anything in return. I think that's very important. Just give for giving.
And this is what we call for God, like, and that's the best way of giving.
Of course, we thank you so much for your time. You're always keeping us updated with new things and for sharing this information with us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Pleasure is mine.
Thank you. Dear viewers, we had with us Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. So let's move on to our next report. It's about Kuwait Heritage. Let's have a look at it.